So take a deep breath, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to the Beaver Supermoon ceremony. A very special moon indeed. The last supermoon for this year, for 2024. And I invite you to sit comfortably, lay your feet on the ground, release your body, and we're going to do a welcoming and open the gate for the sacredness of this moment. So feel your feet on the ground and connect to Mother Earth. Open your heart. Open your third eye and your crown chakra. And connect to your higher self, to your spirit guides and guardian angels. To your God and Goddess. I call upon the God of the moon and the Goddess of the moon. I call upon my spirit guides and my guardian angels. I call upon all of our souls and souls families. And I call upon my Kuandeo's lineage, my masters and my masters' masters. And I ask you all to please be with us on this night, welcoming the Beaver Supermoon. And may everything we absorb and receive this night serve our highest good and the highest good of all concerned. And may the blessings of the moon bless us, our families, our friends, all people and beings, this planet, and the entire cosmos. Amen. And breathe. So, the Beaver Supermoon. Let's see. Okay, I want to go back. So, why is it called the Beaver Moon? So, this is the time of the year when beavers begin to take shelter in their lodges, having laid up sufficient food stores for the long winter ahead. So those names of the moon have come from mostly from Native Americans who followed meticulously the phases of the moon and in connection, in correlation with nature around. So we are in November, which is the month of winter, and it's very cold outside. So beavers and other animals have gathered food already and have gone to their lodges because they don't want to be outside in the cold, in the frost. And breathe. And so November's moon names highlight the actions of animals preparing for winter and the onset of the cold days ahead. It is also referred to as digging or scratching moon. It evokes the image of animal foraging for fallen nuts and shoots of green foliage, and bears digging their winter dens. The Dakota and Lakota term deer rutting moon refers to the time when deer seek mates. And this moon has also been called the frost moon or the freezing moon. So it is cold outside. I imagine that in Germany, in Europe, and certainly in different places around the globe, it is cold. And maybe you are in the Middle East and the nights are getting cold, but during the day it may still be hot. But we're still in winter. It has rained in some places, there's snow. And in winter, usually, we tend to be indoors more because it is cold to step outside and walk the streets. Even in modern era, if we need to go out, then we do it, but we use our cars or public transportation. We don't just walk on the beach or walk around when it is so cold. And so we keep indoors more often. And this is in the physical realm, but also emotionally and spiritually. This is the time to look within, go inside into ourselves. Time for contemplation, time to connect with our true selves, time to think and plan about what we want to do ahead, time to be indoors in our houses with loved ones, friends or family, or with our pets, and keep ourselves warm. And so the Beaver Moon teaches us to find a warmth within ourselves, even when it is cold outside. And even if we sometimes feel that we are unloved, and maybe we have experienced different things in this lifetime or previous lifetimes, which have hurt us and have made us close our hearts. Maybe we even became rigid, or perhaps not. Perhaps we do have an open heart, but have experienced coldness and rigidity from different people. And breathe. However, Beaver Moon tells us that whatever the circumstances may be, there is warmth inside ourselves. We make our own warm, cozy home. There is the saying, home is where the heart is. Because our heart is our center, is what connects us between spirit and matter. And we find that warmth, that love, that friendship, that connection in our hearts. And we make our own homes where we feel safe, where we feel comfortable, where we feel seen and nourished and appreciated. And spirit nourishes us. Spirit is with us always, loving us, nourishing us. And if we forgot that for a second, then we are invited to come back. Come back to our center. Come back to our home. Come back to spirit and find that warmth, even in times of frost, even in times of turmoils, even in times of war. We are safe. We are guarded and guided with the endless love of Mother Earth, of spirit within ourselves. And breathe. Tonight's full moon is also a supermoon. Now, supermoon is a colloquial term. It is not a scientific term, but people have named it supermoon because the moon is so much brighter. The full moon, which is a supermoon, happens when the moon in its orbit is within 90% of its closest approach to Earth. So this makes the moon appear brighter and closer to Earth than usual. And so it is not an ordinary not an ordinary full moon, but it is 90% seen, 90% reflects light, and it is gorgeous. And breathe. And so this full moon reflects all the light that is within ourselves, in our hearts, all the light that we have inside. And during these times, we are rediscovering our own light. So when it is appropriate, in the spring, we can go outside and blossom and shine our light. And so I invite you to look within yourself for a few moments. Find that light, that incredible super light in yourself. Because as you know, the moon does not project, but reflect light. And there must be so much light within you for the moon to be so bright. And breathe. Find that warmth, that love. It's like a caress, a massage to your heart. And if you feel like doing so, you can even take your hand and massage your heart and feel that warmth, that light inside. And continue breathing. This is the time. Like the beavers who have already gathered their nuts, their leaves, their food, and went to their lodges. This is the time for us to enjoy our own food, our spiritual, mental, emotional, physical food and nourishment. in our own physical and emotional home. And feel that light sparkling inside of you. All the gifts that have, that you have been blessed with from Spirit. All the creations, all the births you want to give. And this is the time to contemplate on these. Indulge in your own unique light, in your own unique gifts. This is preparation for your gift to sprout out in divine timing. And breathe. And there is something additional, unique to tonight's full moon. And I want to say a few words about the Pleiades. So the Pleiades are an asterism, or pattern of stars, as well as an open star cluster made up of more than 1,000 stars. And they are located in the constellation Taurus. And they are about 410 light years from Earth. Now, the Pleiades are also known as the Seven Sisters and Messier 45. And their names, Pleiades, is derived from the Greek legend, in which the stars represent the daughters of the ocean nymph Pleione. This is why the Pleiades are called the Seven Sisters, daughters of the ocean nymph. And breathe. And the Pleiades are visible pretty much everywhere around the world, with the exception of the Antarctic. And they're visible from October to April and all night long in November. So we can watch them, we can see them up in the sky without any need for special equipment. They are near Orion, so if we can spot Orion during the night of November and until April, actually, we can trace them and see them. The Pleiades are very special. Many religions, many cultures make reference to the Pleiades. And the Pleiades are also very special for the curanderos. And breathe. And feel that connection within you to the Pleiades. This is where we all come from. And breathe. A lot of information is coming from the Seven Sisters to us right here, right now. And I invite you to open your third eye and your chakra, your crown chakra, and receive the Beaver Moon, the final of 4 consecutive supermoons that occurred in 2024. It crosses the sky beside the Pleiades star cluster. This is powerful, and receive the information coming from this full moon and the Pleiades. They are one beside the other. Wow. And breathe. Let your home in the Pleiades nourish you. And just receive and be. When you are ready, come back. Come back slowly and gently from the Pleiades back to your body, back to the here and now, to your physical home on this planet with the Beaver Moon. And breathe. And know that at every single moment you can connect to the Pleiades. You can read about it online. You can look at its pictures. You can try and find it up in the sky at night. And that will assist you in connecting more deeply to where you come from. And breathe. Thank you, Beaver Moon, for igniting the light and the warmth within our own homes and our own hearts. Thank you the Pleiades. And may this full moon rejuvenate and strengthen your core and inner knowing. Aho, and breathe. And I want to thank our spirit guides and our guardian angels. I thank our souls and souls families who have brought us together on these nights, at this moment. I want to thank our gods and goddesses. I want to thank God of the moon and Goddess of the moon. I want to thank my curandera's lineage, my masters and my master's master. And I want to thank you for stepping in and appreciating November's full moon together with me. Thank you.